All right, so innominate abduction. We want to do this after we clear hip abduction. In order to look at innominate abduction, I'm going to support her leg. And I also want to make sure her pelvis stays stacked. Her knee and hip, I want it to be as high up as it can go to help keep lumbar spine from overextending, okay? But I definitely, I don't want it to go so high that I can't access her into a neutral position for her opposite hip. So we'll go about there. Now, I'm going to support her leg here. And now, in order to, and I'm kind of monitoring, okay, is she going into a flex position? Am I able to maintain her in a neutral position? Because we want to check innominate abduction with her hip neutral, okay? So I just really want to emphasize that. So come around to the back here, Sarah. So I'm going to cut right here neutral. I'm coming right on the lateral portion. PSIS is here. I'm coming just lateral to that because I want my force to be towards the sacrum here, okay? So as I take her into abduction, I want to see, does PSIS have the ability to compress against the sacrum and have a nice springy infill? And it doesn't. So I want to work on that. So the muscle energy technique here is pull your leg down into my arm. There we go. And typically with this one, I say pull your leg down into my arm and let it go. Most of the time, people aren't so strong that they're gonna that's gonna end up being like tons and tons of work. If they are, then the verbal cue is just hold here. Don't let me lift you up. And then sometimes that, for people that are really strong, it won't kick you off as much, or you won't have to work as hard from a biomechanics standpoint and let it go. Okay, so I am just working on trying to get an improvement in innominate abduction and hold here. Okay, so this is one manual contact. Another manual contact is you may find, I'm going to lower the table a little bit, you may find that the hard infill is actually in the iliac crest here, okay? Because it's not just, the PSIS that needs to compress. The iliac crest needs to be able to abduct as well, which is kind of a little bit counterintuitive because the crest is going towards midline, but we're naming it based on the hip position. And also the ischial tuberosity needs to be able to move up towards the ceiling. So kind of like the whole, I'm going to bend this here, kind of like the whole innominate needs to be able to do this motion, right? So iliac crest down, PSIS down, ischial tuberosity come up, and we'll cover that in another video in supine.